that we were going to start over. And yet again, I believe God said, Keion, your faith was too small. So let me blow the building down so you can build what I put in your heart. God gave me a vision, and he said we can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. I'd ask 2,100 people to give $2,100. And the newspaper did the math, and they said Pastor Henderson access 20,000 members for $4.4 million. Let me even make sure that that's what it equals, because I hadn't even done the math yet. Yeah, it's 4.4. I hadn't done the math. It was what God had given me. What I forgot to do, that I'm going to do right now, is remind myself that everybody doesn't have $2,100. And the Lord convicted me on that, and I went back and I prayed about it. And I want to apologize for not offering an opportunity for people who don't have it like that. Everybody doesn't have $2,100. The Lord said, but somebody has $21. And if you go back and read the article, they'll tell you that the building was $20 million. So what does $4 million do when you have a $20 million problem?
Scandal Squad, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalist. So that was Pastor Keion Henderson, Shani O'Neal / Henderson's husband, asking his parishioners to essentially donate $4.4 million to the rebuilding of the church. And I understand that it was destroyed during the storm or hurricane. We don't have those here in California. But, I understand. But it's the delivery and it's the gall. I just don't understand it. It's like they are preying on older people. There are so many people that need so many essentials. The nerve to give them a 21-day deadline to come up with $4.4 million. I just couldn't even believe the gall, the audacity. If God be for you, who could be against you? So God will provide. How dare you go to your congregation and put a timeline? I bet you so many people that go to that church are struggling. They don't have $2,100 in their bank account. The average American doesn't even have that. And he had the nerve. I thought it was pretty flippant and sarcastic for him to say a lot of people don't got it like that. That's kind of a term that we use when we're insulting people. Yeah, I know you don't got it like that. You're right. Most of us don't got it like that. But you know who do? You and your wife, Shani O'Neal. So it's being reported that he's worth about $8 million and Shani maybe 30 plus million. So with the insurance, because I'm sure you have insurance. So that's even another thing. You can't operate a church and have a establishment of that size without having insurance. It's essentially, I don't want to say it's against the law, but you wouldn't be able, you can't, because you have to have insurance to ensure that if something happens, if people are in the church, that you can cover your liability. So they had some insurance. So I don't understand why you're asking people, the members, like if you just want the ceiling repaired and maybe whatever internal damage that was done, I don't know, like present a bill, present an estimate of what it's going to take to repair. But regardless, between you and Shani, because like you said, a lot of people don't have it like that, y'all should be able to cover it, And then even if you were to ask your congregation, your members, I grew up Catholic, so I don't know what you call them. If you were to even ask them to help cover some of the bills, you would say, we're having a building fund, donate what you can. And usually I thought, don't churches put they have like a time, but 21 days seems pretty aggressive to me. I got my own house that's got projects that I've been sitting on and planning like, okay, in 2025, I could do this in 2020. How dare you? You know what I mean? Your hot water heater go out and that's $1,800. You think people got money like that just to donate to the church? Now, there are some wealthy people because I know you could do tax write-offs. I donate, give mine to charitable organizations and, you get your write-offs and stuff like that. But just the nerve, I need 2,100 people to give $2,100 like in 21 days or something. I'm like, oh my goodness. If God put it on your heart, sir, he will make a way. You know what I'm saying? You will go outside in the parking lot and find $4.4 million when God, essentially. But for him to go and say it like that, it just seems so arrogant to me. I couldn't believe it. And then he's like, and for those of you who don't have it that way, I got a payment plan for you. Yeah. If you can't give $2,100, you could give $210 or you can give $21. It just sounds like pandering and pimping in the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really just didn't like it. Now, some of you may disagree with me. You may feel like, hey, if you're a member of the church, that you should contribute. And I think that's fair. But just to put a dollar amount, especially in these hard times when there's so much homelessness, there are families that can barely get their kids to school. They don't have a roof over their head. They're in shelters. They are sleeping outside. And you want people to contribute to a $20 million building of a church? Can people live there? Like when church ain't in session, can you house people? Because we have way more critical things hitting these inner cities than being able to go to a building for worship. Even if you couldn't go to the building, could you do it virtually? I mean, there's other options. You know what I'm saying? For you to just ask people for money like that. But hey, I'm not a member there. People can do with their money what they want. In that comment, what's $4 million on a $20 million project? Like, I got 5 on it? No, I mean, it sounded so like a rap artist just like playing on the intelligence and the emotions of the congregation. What's 4 million on 20 million? Nothing, because I ain't got it. I'm like Tasha K. I ain't got it. I ain't got 2,100. I ain't got 5 on it. None. Nada. Nilch. None. Oh my goodness. And then last week, and see, this is what's really making me feel like this couple, him and Shani, are really just about their money. Because last week he was on this book tour promoting this book about relationships. That was odd to me. Like, this man, I get, being an author, you're a pastor, that's what you do in your pastoral role. You counsel people. But come on, family, come in, Scandal Squad, get in here, listen to this. Let me know if I'm a little bit off kilter. What kind of relationship advice do you give when this is your 3rd marriage and you're only about 2 years into this marriage? I don't see success here. Now, if you want to tell people how to up some relationships, you probably are pretty good, but I can help you with that. Because my relationships don't last too long either. Well, no, they last, but, they ain't great because I've had multiple. And it sounds like we kind of probably running neck and neck. So what are you really telling the people? And he talks about lazy relationships and all of this stuff. It just seems like another scam to me. What are you selling them? Because are you selling a successful relationship when you've been married more than once, 2, maybe 3 times? Who is listening to you? Seriously, who's listening to you? So jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about all of this money grab, begging for money to the church, and this new book about relationships. I know it's supposed to be about all kinds of relationships, but we know it's really probably more about marital relationships. Jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.